Hey. Welcome on in. This is Shay Lifetime Story where we are here to expand our self awareness and our ascension journey. Thank you for coming to this space. So, today I want to talk about the topic of Aquarius Sun and Cancer Moon. I know y'all may have seen my previous post to go on my community board. You will see my previous post talking about the trauma talk. And I think this is very important to talk about during this time, especially with this Aquarius sun and this Cancer moon. If you don't know, Aquarius is the prominent energy of who are you associating with, who is a part of your community, and what tribe are you allowing yourself to be involved in during this time, right? And so with the cancer energy, the cancer energy is the intuitive energy to be aware of what your true feelings and thoughts are during this time with your association, right? Your true feelings, because you have already processed your thoughts. Before Cancer is Gemini, right? And with the Gemini energy will be the prominent energy of what are your thoughts bringing to your awareness regarding what is it that you need to be taking action towards. So with Aquarius energy, this is the most like energy that is willing to allow themselves to detach and remove themselves from certain associations or group that may not be going in the direction where it is guided to fulfill their desire. So I know on a collective level, we all are experiencing this on a very high level. This is the reality of realizing that certain environments that you may have allowed yourself to be partaking energy in from the prior year of 2023, you may be realizing now in 2024 these environments or homes that you may have allowed yourself to create some type of trauma bond with, where the trauma bond can just simply just be a place or a space where you're able to act or be in a certain way from the past that is not serving you towards the direction or the dreams or desires that you're trying to go towards now, but in those spaces that was allowed. So in those places or spaces where you were in communities where people where you could be carrying out old ways of you carrying out your energy or doing things on a daily basis, that is putting you in a space where you're able to go towards, like I said, what it is that you want. With this Aquarius energy, it is very important that you are in surroundings and groups of people that are like-minded just the way that you are. And I know I said this in a prior video, that it is very important that you're around people who can pour into your cup just the same way that you can pour into theirs. So this is the energy where you may have an association, a family, or a friend who need your support when it comes to you giving something that you're very good at during this time, while you also understanding that whoever this is that you're allowing to fill up your cup with your gifts and your talents, it is very important that they're able to be put in that same place while giving what they can to the table in this community, in this tribe. Not everybody may be on the same level, but this is a place moving from the heart space, especially with this Cancer moon is moving from your heart place and feelings, but not allowing all of the feelings that you could be feeling based on certain thoughts that are programmed from you from a trauma, or just basically feeling like certain things are going to be in the same way or could be playing out in the same way from the past. Allowing yourself to realize that you don't have to attach to old ways of doing things or seeing things. So for example, a lot of people on a collective level may have experienced this experience where I was in a Zoom where I heard a lady speaking on her trauma, feeling like she allowed her kids to get over her, because basically, one example, her son was supposed to have a chore in the house of throwing the trash out, but instead of the son making sure he was throwing the trash out, he was missing a couple of days of not throwing the trash out. So the mother decided to take something from the child that she have gave to them in an energy of like, because you did good, I gave you this, right? But the mother still proceeded to take from the child the gift or whatever tool it was that she gave to the child. And when the child came to question why was his gift being taken away from them, she stated, it's because you didn't do what I say, right? And we have to realize on a collective level that right there is a trauma. You telling your child that they didn't do what you say, and you taking things away from them that you think supposed to be important to them, which is the materialistic world, and it's not even shouldn't be that important. The main thing should be them doing a chore. And so what I realized was throughout the Zoom, that it is very important that we break away from those traumas of telling our kids or people in our collective energy, well, because you didn't do this for me, that this is the way that this planned out, because we don't realize that is a trauma that is placed upon us. When we have to realize a person is giving something just the same way you want to receive it in return. So when we were explaining in a group that her stating that to her son was not the right way to go about it, not that she was wrong, but it was just something she was taught based on being raised up probably in that way, where things were being taken away from her to chastise her based on the things she wasn't doing, was that she was supposed to state to the child the responsibility she have as an individual, as a parent, just on a collective level, so that the child can understand what responsibilities and what routine takes. So for me, I would say for myself, me getting up, whether if it's me working a job or working my gifts, my creative passion and tool, is something that I do on a daily basis to provide some type of structure and stability for myself and my household. So because I choose to be the authority in the household and take care of these responsibilities of this root and foundation, right? If I'm playing out this role, that's a part of me picking up on my chore, right? And so when you explain to a child in that way, hopefully it is a way for them to understand that we all have a role, we all have a chore, we all have a priority to play in this house to basically make this foundation be equal, right? And so another way of looking at it is look at garbage men. Look at people who work on a day-to-day job that provide some type of service to us, that if they did not do their routine, we would not have nothing to order. So just imagine if the son would constantly leave the trash building up at the house, how the house going to eventually smell. You know what I'm saying? How is your environment going to start reflecting and showing to the collective energy what it is that you really on, the things that you're focused on, right? And so I feel like sometimes we get caught into old thoughts or old association that we used to be involved in, and we try to pour those ideas on top of people, not realizing we have to, one, especially with this Cancer energy, detach from old emotion that does not serve you. So if you know even within yourself that your parents had did that same example that I was just stating to you, why would you be continuing to do this with your child? This is a prime example of how we can literally pass down trauma and negative energy and negative trauma to our kids or any type of child or relative around us that we're trying to teach, when we're constantly throwing these negative thoughts and these negative trauma bonds upon ourselves and others. Because the same way that we're speaking these things out to our kids or people around us, we're actually pouring out what the universe is going to give back to ourselves. This is why it's so important that you pay attention to what are you speaking on, what are you allowing to come out your voice, come out your mouth, what are the words that are pouring from your mouth when you talking and allowing yourself to engage with people. You know what I'm saying? Because during this time, you're going to be put in association and groups where people are going to be on like-minded stuff, just like you. But spend your time trying to focus and pour attention on what truly matters to you, and that is not really like an attachment of some type of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow yourself to be put in environments where you could just be an individual in that community, in that tribe, while providing your purpose, your gifts, and your talent to that tribe, and moving with grace of knowing that your heart space is open because you're giving your all, and that you're moving from an honest space of knowing that this is who I am and this is what I bring to the table, while understanding that if a person want to be in your space, they have to respect your rules. They may have to change their way of doing things or seeing things so that y'all can get on a better alignment and a better viewpoint when it comes towards going in that direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little pep talk with me while I talked about the Aquarius sun and Cancer moon, and how this energy on a collective level can be affecting us in all areas and levels of our lives. I hope you guys enjoyed this pep talk. I will see you guys on the next one.